The Lake Michigan shoreline is a fantastic resource for our area, and we're going to visit a very interesting site. And we're with J.P. Anderson, also known as Jean-Pierre Anderson. You're the park ranger with the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. How you doing?
Yeah, sure am. Oh, really well, thank you.
We are out here at this great lakeshore spot that we're going to talk about, and it's a beautiful summer day. Why don't you tell us where we are?
Well, it's the newest part of Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore. It's the Portage Lakefront and Riverwalk, and it consists of about 57 acres and has a lot of wonderful opportunities for folks, especially in the recreation, with a little bit of biking and hiking and fishing. Fishing is a big deal.
Yeah.
And also, as we just saw a little while ago, some folks down here at the beach access, some kids playing out there in the sand with their folks. And just a nice little facility over here that people can have meetings, they can have different groups come in and do things like that. And also concessions, which is really nice always to have a hot dog and a Coke.
So it's a fun place to visit. I think what is so fascinating about this whole, it's about 57 acres or so, is what it used to be before it came this great facility. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's just truly amazing. It's a part of the market plan. One of the first phases of that, but just working with all different types of groups, whether it's the cities, the counties, the federal government, the state, but just different companies and such. But getting to reclaim land like this is truly amazing. You have where it was former a site that was almost a waste area for disposal from steel processing, and coming in and cleaning it up and getting it approved by the EPA to be able to be used for public to come out and just recreate like this is great.
Yeah.
You just can't beat that.
So taking a site that used to be heavily industrial and turning it into a beautiful recreation site is, to me, the ultimate in recycling. It really is.
Oh, it is.
So how about if we check out some of the amenities here, and maybe we can head right over to this pavilion over here, because it's pretty cool looking.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go. JP, we're sitting here on a bench in front of this really interesting pavilion. It's got a unique roof, and my understanding is that it's what I would call a green building. It's kind of earned a special classification. Why don't you tell us some of the features that were incorporated into the building to make it so sustainable?
Oh, it sure is. Basically, right off the bat, when you do look at it, it's meant to kind of be part of the landscape with the kind of the swale of the dunes and such. And being right here on a flyway, even with the birds, the migratory birds, the windows are all, as you can see, kind of peppered with the little dots to kind of have them be able to see that and avoid geothermal. Was as far as the water and such for energy efficiency. And
I think the stormwater is collected in special areas, and it drains off. So. And I think even the materials were obtained relatively close by, so there weren't a lot of transport costs.
To meet that standard and get that certification, they're all within 500 miles, I believe, and then recycled as many as they could get.
Great.
Used, recycled, and also then reclaiming the waste, and it just get thrown out. They were all then taken and recycled. So just the whole process was fit in and to get that certification.
Great. And of course, the landscaping is part of it. There was a lot of, I imagine as an industrial site, there were a lot of non-native species that had to be removed.
Oh, certainly. Yep.
And then new things were planted.
Yep. So you had the reclaiming of it with the restoration efforts, and then native plants being put in.
Yep.
And then the walkway there was all restored. That people had fished off of that for years, gaining access however they could. But now, just the fishing access is great, like we saw over there with the pier, the accessibility there, but also down here, people fishing for the
Right-
trout,
right
the
on the water,
salmon,
yeah.
and even I've heard that they're catching nice perch right off of here.
That's fabulous. So it's really a nice recreation site for people. And you know, I love seeing the gulls kind of walking up and down the shore there. We've seen dragonflies sitting here. So
Oh, yeah, they're feasting.
yeah, it's just really a nice little spot. I think the next spot I want to go check out is this kind of walkway that goes down to the beach. Shall
All
we
right,
head over there?
sounds good.
All right. JP, this is a really nice stretch of beach here. And that's another thing that makes this project so special. This is kind of some of the last remaining shoreline available.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's what made this purchase so phenomenal.
Right.
Is, I mean, there's no remaining shoreline really left, and to be able to get a stretch and quite large here,
right.
and so folks can come and these are folks from Portage right here locally be able to have their own little private, not private, but still a
It's kind of
beautiful
private
beach.
today,
It
yeah.
sure
It's
looks like it.
pretty quiet, and families are out here enjoying the beach and the weather. And you know, it's been kind of a fun thing today. There's airplanes practicing from the
Yeah.
Chicago Air Show, so it could
This
be
place was packed when they had the Chicago
Air
Air
Show. So
and
that's
the
something-
Gary Air Show.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's something that people can keep in mind. So the fishing, the beach, and strolling on the walkway and the pavilion, beautiful dunes habitat, nice restoration, all comes together in a really nice
Yeah,
package
it sure does.
that
Sure does.
lots of partners coming together have made possible.
It's really something to see where it was and where it's come.
And I think one of the signs that's inside the pavilion kind of says it best in terms of the whole concept of this project is really taking this place that was just formerly an industrial site, so changing rust into a great recreation site.
Yep. Or we like to say rust to recreation.
Yeah,
Yep, it sure is.
that's
Really, really
perfect.
nice.
Yep.
I'd like to encourage folks to come visit your national park.
All right. We'll have information on the WNIT.org website on linking to the Indiana Dunes National Lakeshore so they can find out how to get here.
Okay, very good.
All
very
right.
good.
Great. Thanks.
Thank you.